Or I just made up my mind, and it isn't right.
On my way. So be it.
Like a force bubble of energy coming from, yes, you, sir. What is your name? Mike. Mike, let's hear from Mike as he heads up there on stage. Let me find a friend from Mike, feeling some powerful mojo from, I think it's got to be, yes, you, sir. What is your name? Chris. Chris, let's hear for Chris and Mike. They're going to be our two psychics. That means clap. All right, now here's what we're going to do. Let me get you or Chris, right? Mike on this side and Chris over here on this side. Now, before we get started, I want to know, going into this, would you consider yourself a believer or a non-believer in ESP, second sight, psychic phenomenon?
Okay,
Mike, a non-believer, a skeptic, and Chris, non-believer, which means for my ESP experiment, I managed to pick the two bastards who don't believe in ESP. This will be very interesting. What we're going to try to do is establish a psychic connection between you guys, which means we need to designate a psychic thought sender and a psychic thought receiver. If you don't mind, Mike, you're going to be the psychic thought sender. Chris, you're going to be the psychic thought receiver. Sound good so far? Now, to make sure there's no way for you to cheat and use your traditional five senses, before we go too far, we're going to cut you off from the outside world. And I do need to know, Chris, are you, I do need to know, Chris, are you claustrophobic at all? Good, because I'm about to put you inside this really big blindfold. So if I get a little face down when I do that, I want you to face towards your audience, and I'm going to put you... Well, you're a big one, aren't you? Here we go. All right, now, nice and loud, Chris, so everyone in the room can hear. Can you see anything? Nope. That's very loud there. Good job. Now, the problem with me being a magician is that some of these skeptics out there in the audience might think that that's some kind of tricky blindfold that you're able to see right through. So to satisfy those skeptics and keep everything as scientific as we can possibly make it, we're going to cut you off from the outside world, and we're going to place you, buddy, in what scientists refer to as an isolation booth, all right? We're just going to cut you off from the outside world. Don't worry, nothing hurts. All right, now, while you're in the isolation booth, it's very important, Chris, that you do not speak, but you can nod your head yes or no. Do you understand?
The truth is me.
Excellent. If everything goes according to plan, you should receive some kind of psychic image. Until then, don't worry about what I'm saying to Mike. You just wait to receive your psychic image. Now, Mike, in just a moment, you're going to, let's keep that volume turned up on that. In just a moment, you're going to receive some kind of psychic image. Until then, don't worry about what I'm saying over here. Your job is you're going to project the psychic image, right? Now, if you were to go with whatever image popped in your mind first, you would have what scientists call a psychological predisposition to choose common objects, like a house, stick figure, a smiley face, those kinds of things. To help you come up with a unique image that nobody could have predicted, I've written upon these cards some general themes that you're going to use as inspiration when selecting your psychic image. Make sense? Good. So what I want you to do is reach forward with your right hand, touch the back of any one card. There you go. I'll put that one on top. Now, keep in mind, Mike, any one of these folks in the audience could be a spy working for Chris. So make sure you're the only one who sees the card. Don't let me see it. Don't let the audience see it. Once you've read it, put it right back where you found it. Now, when you read that card, did a picture pop into your mind? Yes. Good. Whatever that image is, I want you to draw a simple version of it using this magic marker on this piece of poster board. I'll turn it around so the audience can't see. Draw nice and big. Take that entire page and project that image into Chris's mind. Start now. Chris, have you received a psychic image? Remember the talking rule, Chris. Hey, oh, no, you are not allowed to talk. That's the talking rules. You have to not. Hey, there we go. Excellent. Smooth like silk. Here's what I'm going to do here, Chris. I'm going to put this poster board right here in front of you, buddy. I want you to find the edges with both of your hands. I'm going to put this marker in your right hand. I want you to take the cap off of that marker, and I want you to draw nice and big whatever image came to you, no matter how strange it may have seemed. Go ahead and start now. And are you finished over here? Let me get you, whatever you do, buddy, don't stop projecting that psychic image. Hand that marker on over here to me and keep projecting as we all wait very, very patiently. Oh, how cute. He's trying to recap. Sorry about your fingers, Chris. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see what psychic image, God damn it. What popped in to Chris's mind
If you want an SUV, it's all you need.
It's abstract.
Temple directs.
All right, I tell you what, now Mike, obviously Chris has a blindfold on, he's got a box over his head, he has questionable artistic talents. But if this were a real ESP experiment, would you say he got it right or he got it wrong? You say you got it right. Let me get you to stand all the way here right next to Chris if you would, Mike. Nice and loud, why don't you tell the audience what you're sending a picture of? A Christmas tree? I would call that a match, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a huge round of applause for both my volunteers. You guys did a great job. All right, Chris. By the way, Chris, you did such a good job. This is your very own isolation booth for you to take home with you. One more time for my two psychics, guys. Here's the thing. Every time people ask me whether or not I believe in psychic powers, I always... The short answer is, of course, no, because I'm a rational human being. But it makes me think back to when I was a kid, and I wanted so bad not only to believe that psychic powers were real, but that I had them. So I'd make up all these tests to see if I had ESP. You know what I'm talking about. You're sitting at the kitchen table trying to guess what the next card is in a deck of playing cards, that kind of thing. And in the middle of doing all these tests, I had an experience. And while this experience didn't convince me that ESP was real, it did convince me that sometimes you just get lucky. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. Let's turn that up. A little bit louder than that.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out places.
In pursuit of the mysteries.
Riding the daily races, going nowhere, going nowhere. Hide my head, I wanna drown my sorrow. No tomorrow, no tomorrow. Find it kind of funny, find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. Find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very children waiting for the day they feel good. Happy birthday, happy birthday. I was very nervous. No one knew. No one knew. Teacher, tell me what's my lesson. Look right through me. Look right through me. Find it kind of funny, find it kind of sad. Dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take. People run in circles, it's a very, very
For this, I need somebody who does a whole lot of reading. Who reads a whole bunch of books? You do a lot of reading in the maroon shirt. What do you like to read? Science fiction, nerd.
Radiant
That's
structures
no,
are
that's.
frostbite.
I mean, I'm one to talk. I'm a huge fan of Orson Scott Card, the guy who wrote Ender's Game, and some other, like, none of you guys care. Now, I might want to use you for this experiment, but first I got to make sure you and I are on the same psychic wavelength. So if you would stand up right where you are, nice and loud, so everyone can hear. What is your name? Chris. That is correct. Chris, even the most conservative estimates say there are 500,000 words in the English language. If you were to think of any word, and I predicted that exact word, we'd have something just short of a miracle on our hands, wouldn't we, Chris? Chris, I want you to think of any word in the English language. You got one? Excellent. Before the show even started, Chris, I wrote on the back of this card a psychic prediction. Chris, just to clear things up, do you happen to know what I've written on the back of this card? Ladies and gentlemen, no. Correctly. Don't applaud for that. You'll just get more of that behavior. Chris, I don't want to jip you. I really do want to do an ESP experiment. Would you mind joining us up here on stage? Let's give Chris a big round of applause as he joins us up here on stage. you to have a seat right here. Actually, I'll put you over here on this side. And here's what I want you to do, bud. If I ask you to think of a word right up here on stage, there's actually only about 100 words you're most likely to come up with. To help you be as totally fair as possible, what we're going to do is we're going to give you a freer choice. I, right here in Austin, Texas, grabbed 3 books everybody's heard of, if not actually read. So some people, I figure, are into mysteries or scary books, so I grabbed Stephen King's The Shining. Chris, have you read it? You have. That's good. 1 for 2. Second of all, some people are into mysteries, so I grabbed The Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown. Chris, did you see the movie? But you've heard of close enough. And thirdly, some people are into fantasy. So I grabbed my favorite Harry Potter book, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Chris, what? Get out of town! What kind of self-respect that's all right. Which of these 3 books do you want to use for our little experiment? Okay, any particular reason you go with that one?
It was in the middle.
It was in the middle. Now I am going to give you the chance once and only once to change your mind and go with either of the other 2 books. Do you want to change your mind? Are you absolutely sure? Because this is the only chance you get. Because tonight when you go to bed, I want you to be like, that goddamn magician didn't give me another chance. This is your only chance. All right. I want you to take that book, rip it through those pages, stop on any page you want out of the entire book. Let me know once you find a page you like, but don't say which one it is. You got one? Excellent. I want you to let your eyes dance up and down that page till they land on a big, fat, interesting $3 word. Not a character name or a chapter ending. Those are too easy to figure out. I want an interesting word. You got one? Excellent. Remember that word. Close the book. Now what we've done is about the fairest way to pick a word. You got 3 books, hundreds of thousands of words. You picked a book, you picked a page, you picked a word. I'm going to try to figure out your word. And to help me out, I want you to start by thinking of the first letter of this word. And I want you to think of an animal that begins with the same letter as this word. You got one? Next. It's like a 4-legged animal. This is me being a 4-legged animal. This is not a dance I just made up. That's, all right, focus on that animal. Project it over here. Good. Good. Got it. Got it. For the first time, Chris, what 4-legged animal are you thinking of? A fox. Correctly predicted. And a fox. Do me a favor, Chris. I want you to face over to that way here because I think I've got enough to go on right now. You've given me a lot. You've been. I've noticed that you picked a very spry, a very excitable creature, and I'm going to make my prediction in kind of an unusual way. As far as I know, this is the only way somebody's actually done this before. I'm going to Twitter out a word here. All right. Some of you guys should have a word. I don't know if I got it right. I don't know if I got it wrong. Just to be absolutely sure, though, I'm going to actually jot it down on this piece of paper as well. Shh. Don't tell him. Don't tell him. All right. I got the mic right here. Oh, did you check, you bastard? It didn't come up. Thank goodness. Very good, very good, very good. All right, and unfortunately, I'm the only one with mic. I need you to lean into my mic and nice and loud say what word you were thinking of.
Flabbergasted.
And that's the exact word that popped into my mind as well. Let's have a huge round of applause for Chris. He did a fantastic job. Thank you very much. That's your very own fox here, Chris. There we go. That's your fox to take with you.
All right, guys. For this next bit, I need somebody who will do absolutely anything. Who's my man? Come here, right there. What's your name, bud? Brian, get on up here. Let's hear it for this guy as he makes his way right up here on stage. Make some noise for him. As he comes over the OSHA-approved jumping over the stanchion. Get on up here. What was your name? Was it Ryan or Brian? Ryan? Awesome. Get on over here, Ryan. Look, there's one thing we have not done in any live scam school until now. There's one point that we're going to cross. We're going to do a card trick. Now, I don't know about you, I hate card tricks, because every single card trick has 4 fundamental aspects to it. You have to have a card selected, identified, lost, and then found. So let's just get through this thing so we can get on to the good stuff. First of all, verify not a trick deck, make sure everyone knows nothing tricky about it. Just, it is legit, thank you. Ryan, reach forward, just touch the back of any one card, it doesn't matter which one. Go ahead and show the audience. Boom, 1 element down. We have had a card selected. Second of all, we have to have the card identified, and for that, there should be a Sharpie marker. That is gone. Hey, there we go. Here we go. You got one right here. Holy crap. You're the freaking wizard. What the hell is that? Do me a favor, buddy. I want you to nice and neatly print in the middle of your card. Neatness counts just your first name in the middle of that card. You got it? All right, and by all means, take your time. So we're 2 down. We've got a card selected. We have a card identified. Once you've printed your name on there, I want you to fold it in half with your signature on the inside. You got it? Excellent. Fold it in half again a second time. And now here's where things get interesting. We had a card selected. We had it identified. Now we need to lose the card. Traditionally, this is done by throwing the card somewhere back into the deck. We're going to be a little bit more esoteric here. Here's what we're going to do. You'll notice the card's already weighed. No opportunity for a switcheroo. We're just going to go ahead and heat this puppy up here. You can see, some people think that this is like magic flames and it's not really burning. In which place, I say, screw you. So it's clear. Now, the problem is your card's not gone. I mean, it's all burnt up and it's got ashes here, but we want to lose your card, and I mean lose. So we're going to chop up all these ashes, just like it's like a goddamn cooking show up here. All right, we're just going to... There we go. Their ashes are there. I'm not doing any last-minute ashes switcheroo here. You can see that the ashes really are going inside the bowl. You see that, Ryan? Now we get to the most important part. Ryan, do you like chocolate pudding? Hell yeah! Well, good. I love this guy, dude. We're going to take the chocolate pudding. We're going to drop it right on your card. That looked lovely. I'm going to mix it up here. Do me a favor. I just taste that. Just taste that. Just
On your guard.
Yeah, it tastes fine, right? Do me a favor, buddy. I want you to wolf that down as fast as you can. The faster you eat, the more they're going to cheer. Watch.
You know that all-important little talent of yours?
We are in. Oh, what a good boy. All right, we are in the home stretch. We have had a card selected, identified, and now lost. I think we could agree, Ryan, that it would be extremely difficult for me to retrieve your card. Ryan, do me a favor, buddy. I want you to lay down on this table with your head down at this end, your feet down at this end. Come around right up in front. There we go. Have a seat right here. Head over here. Head over here. If tail's over there, there you go. Go and lean. Make yourself comfortable. Yep. By all means, make it as awkward as you possibly can. There. Put your feet right here, and your head goes there by default. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. There we go. Lay all the way down. We'll make a spot for you. I'm gonna cover up. Go and lift up your shirt all the way up here, if you don't mind. There we go. Stop flexing for the ladies. Relax, relax. Do not tickle. All right. That wasn't professional. All right. Here's what I want you to do, bud. This is going to feel a little bit weird. It may pinch just a little bit. I'm sorry, this water is cold, dude. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's cold. This is going to feel a little bit weird. Just relax. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Yeah. All right, hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute. Everything goes before we're putting a play in here. Here we go. And that's, I don't know what the hell that is. That's not good. And I think that actually goes there. Hold on, let me get this cleaned up here on this side. And there should be a little bit more. That's weird. How the hell did one of those get in there? Wait, no. Ryan, if you look inside the there's actually something in there. Do you see something in there? All right, here's what I want you to do. I want you to hold out your hand, palm up, just like this. I want you to pinch just that tip right there. I'm gonna go and cut it. You'll see there's no switcheroo. That's yours to keep. And then finally, once and for all, Ryan, what was the card that you picked earlier? The ace of diamonds. Would you verify? Is that the ace of diamonds? Yeah. Second of all, would you look right there printed in the middle? Is that your name printed in the middle of the card? Yes. Let's hear it for Ryan. He did a fantastic job. There we go. Let me get you all out of there, buddy. There we go. Don't worry, that'll come right out in the wash. Hopefully. I'm pretty sure about it. I need the two loudest, most outrageous people to join me up here on stage. Who am I looking for? Let me get this guy right here freaking out up here. And then let me get you right here as well. Clark and William, here's the thing. Clark, I want you to hold out your left hand, palm up. I want you to describe for the audience in as much detail as you possibly can what object is inside that little silver box.
It looks like half of a nail.
All right, your job, William, is to keep this flashlight pointed at the nail at all times. That way, even the folks in the back can at least catch a glimmer of what's going on. Your job, Clark, is to be the eyes for the folks in back who can't quite see by describing play by play every single thing I do, starting right now.
Holding the nail up above his head. Oh, he's tapping his eye right now. He's taking the nail closer to his eye. He's putting the nail under his eyelid. He's putting it in his eye, and he closed his eye. All right.
All right, is it all the way in?
It's in his eye right now.
Okay, good. Keep going. You're doing great. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
All right, he's touching his eyelid under his eye where he put the nail. He's sort of like freaking out a little bit. All right, he's touching. Oh, wait, I see a nail. Oh my goodness, is that a nail there? Wait, there's a nail. It's coming out of his eye. Oh!
Here we go. Let me take you behind the scenes of something that you've heard about in magic for a hell of a long time. Do me a favor, let me get Brett and Trevor Roundsville. Let's make some noise for my friend Brett here. Brett's gonna walk that thing out there. I want you guys to check out that bed of nails and make sure it's exactly what it seems. I want you to actually reach forward and touch those nails. I want you to see that they're not filed down. They're not made of rubber. They're not contoured to fit my back. I want you to appreciate that this pretty much hurts like hell. A lot of people wonder where the bed of nails came from. Bed of nails dates back over 2,000 years. It was established by East Indian Hindu fakirs who originally used it as a device to focus their skills of meditation and spirituality. It wasn't until the 1800s that it came to America and became the crowd-drawing ballyhoo we know it today. First of all, if you haven't taken a physics class, here's how the bed of nails work. You have enough nails, the weight of your body is spread out over the nails, so there's not enough pressure on any one nail to actually penetrate the skin. So as a result, it's very unlikely that you have very many bed of nails related fatalities. But there is a lot that can and does go very wrong. First of all, if the performer lays down too quickly on the bed of nails, or if too much weight is placed on him, he'll immediately be pierced, damaging internal organs and causing a bad day. By the way, amazingly, if you go to the emergency room with this type of wound, they'll basically put a Band-Aid over each of the holes, give you an antibiotic, and send you on your way. The bad thing happens when the performer's on the bed of nails and begins to panic and shift his weight foolishly. When he does, he ends up with a compound laceration, actually ripping the flesh off the back. In the short term, there's a tremendous amount of bleeding, and in the long term, there's no way around it. There's going to be horrible, horrible scarring. So in other words, while it's very unlikely I will die doing the bed of nails, you could get to see some blood. You bastards are actually screaming for blood. All right, guys, at this point, I'm gonna have Brett actually walk out into the audience and pick a couple of volunteers. We're gonna for a couple of ladies to help us up here on stage. And meanwhile, I'm going to prepare myself to face the bed of nails. Why is it always the dudes who cheer then? All right, guys. Bed of nails. Regardless of whether it's performed as a religious ritual or as a sideshow stunt, there are a few key factors that are always the same. The first is the performer always takes a moment to center himself before getting on the bed of nails. The ancient fakir talked about going into a trance. That's a bunch of BS. What matters is that the performer take a moment to calm himself so he doesn't do anything stupid while he's in a position of very real danger. Next up, are you cheering for me calming down? Is that really what just happened? Next up, the performer centers his weight over the bed of nails, laying down first the covered extremities until finally his entire body is suspended on the bed of nails. Now, the ancient Hindu fakirs did not stop there, but rather subjected themselves to certain tests while they were in this state. To that extent, I've asked these two women to join me on stage because in just a moment, both of them are going to stand on me. All right, let's get both of you guys right over here. My name is Brian. What is your name? All right, let me get you right over here if you don't mind. One on this side. There we go. That'll be just fine. Let me get. And your name is? Shama. Okay, first of all, a couple of things. In just a moment, Bonnie, you're going to put your left foot right here on my chest. Not on my neck, on my chest. Your left foot is going to go right here on my midsection, all right? Your right foot or left foot is going to go slightly below the belt. And your right foot is going to go on my lap. Now try to distribute the weight evenly over both legs because otherwise it hurts like hell. All right. When you step up, you're not going to hop up, you're not going to bound up. Each of you keep a hand on Brett's shoulders. You're going to step up like you're stepping onto a log or a step, okay? Once you're on top of Brian, above all else, no bouncy, okay? In a moment, I'm going to excuse you to step back down. When you step down, this is the important part. Don't hop off. Don't leap back. I just want you to look where you're stepping. Make sure you're stepping on the stage, because if you step on the bed of nails, you will injure your feet. Do you understand? Do you understand? You ready to do this? You ready to do this? All right, get in position. Left feet first. Put it right up here. There we go. We're going to go on and then, oh, wait, a little bit closer. Get your other feet all the way up here. Touching right up here. There we go. Excellent. There we go. We're going to put this a little bit closer. That's my jump. There we go. All right, let me get you up a little bit closer here, Brett. Hold on. There we go. All right, ready? We're going to go on 3. Nice and slow. Take your time. 1, 2, 3. Nice and easy. All the way up, all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. You may applaud now! You can get off of me now! Take a nice big step back. Make sure you're stepping on the solid stage. Let's have a huge round of applause for both our volunteers. They did a great job. All right, now Brett's gonna give you a hand. Get on up here. Here we go, right up here. 1, 2, 3, all the way up. Do me a favor, guys. Make some noise if you can see those divots on my back right now. A lot of people think those are puncture wounds. Those are actually not puncture wounds. The skin has phenomenal tensile strength. Those are actually parts of the skin that have been stretched so hard that it's actually left a temporary divot in my back. The amazing part is that those divots will stick around for as many as 6 or 7 hours after the show, and the red welts caused by the stress on the skin will stick around for as much as a day. So in other words, if after the show, while we're hanging out, by the way, I hope I get to meet all you guys while we're hanging out, but if somebody walks up and says, "Hey Brian, take off your shirt," it's cool. No, I mean, so you can see that, you can see, oh, no, not yet, thank you.
I don't want to say I'm a genius, but I do want to say that in addition to magic, I've dabbled in a number of different arts, and I've got something I want to share with you guys. What you're about to see will fundamentally transform everything we know and understand about science, about physics, about commerce, about transportation, logistics management. This invention will be the single most important thing you will see in your entire lives. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the world's first fully functional time machine. Screw you guys. Now, I don't expect you to accept that just on faith, so instead, we're actually going to send an object from the present into the future, but it's got to be an object of value, and that's unique in some way. So I'll tell you what, who here has a $100 bill? Hands in the air. Way too few hands up in the air right now. You do not, oh, and JJ Stone, you do not have $100. You do not have $100. You don't even have $100 between all your friends. Let me see if you have $100. You got $100? All right, Chad, get on out there. Get on out there. I want you, first thing we're going to do is Chad's going to walk out there. He's got a marker for you. The first thing we want you to do, Owen, is I want you to write your name. Print it nice and big on the back of that $100 bill. Because not only does the $100 bill have its own serial number, but of course we want to put your signature on there as well. Owen just wrote that on there. Owen, come on up. The stairs are right over here to this side. Chad, do me a favor. I want you to find a volunteer there who can read off the serial number for us. Nice and loud. Here's what we're going to do. This side, first 4 digits. This side, second 4 digits. What are the first 4 digits there, Chad? 0407. You guys repeat, say 0407. What are the last 4 digits? 2020. Perfect. You guys remember those? So we see it again. Chad's gonna come up here. How you doing? Hold on. Here, don't block my invention here, Owen. Here, do me a favor though. I want you to grab a microphone because I do want you to be able to follow along because we are going to send your $100 bill from the present into the future. So first thing I want you to do, I don't know, do you ever watch that Chris Angel douche on TV? You guys know what I'm talking about? This is the moment. This is the moment when ever so briefly he rubs his hands over it and he does a switcheroo. I want you to see that your $100 bill is definitely, unquestionably going inside the time machine. You see it in there? Don't worry about that. That's all magic. That's magic time. All right. I want you to see. You guys in the front row. You can see Owen JJ Stone's $100 bill in there. Now I'm going to program the time machine to send your Bill into the future. I think we even, there we go, we have sound effects and everything. Now here's what's happening. Right now, we're drawing all the currents to create a flux capacitation that will transform an Einstein-Rosencrantz fibula. And there'll be a massive burst of plasma energy, and your Bill will vanish from the present and go into the future. You can feel
Defend your
the
bottom
tension.
tower.
I would be watching the Bill if I was you, Owen. Oh, there we go. Okay, hold on. All right, now you can see.
You can turn that off.
No. We gotta get your Bill.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Your Bill is vanishing. There we go.
I hope they protect your
Do me a favor, everybody. Owen. Don't, hold on, like, don't worry about these. These are time ashes.
I could have gave you 100 in Canadian.
Purpose is clear.
Owen, I want you to look inside there. Is your Bill completely gone?
Temporary quiet.
You're in big trouble because my bill is completely gone.
Ladies and gentlemen, time travel.
Don't clap for that.
Surge's with
What are you talking about? Think about it, dude. Your Bill is history.
Black King Ball.
Come on, man. What do you expect? You come on stage, the guy's got a time machine that's clearly a toaster oven?
I don't know how much they're paying, but that's $100.
Okay, all right.
I don't know if you saw anybody else's hand go up to $100.
All right, now, all right, here's what I will do. Owen, I will make a solemn vow to you that because you should relax. Your Bill's not gone. It's just in the future. So what I will do is for the rest of my days, I will watch this thing like a hawk. And the second your Bill appears, I will send it back to you. Is that good enough?
I'm going to watch you like a hawk.
No, think about it. It's not fair because of inflation. Because your Bill won't be worth as much in the future. So here's what I will do. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to, when your Bill appears in the future, I will use the time machine to send it into the past. And in fact, I'll even include a message telling me to bring your Bill here tonight in a sealed FedEx envelope and put it where it's been sitting the entire show long. Yeah, do me a favor, pull down that FedEx envelope right there. How many of you guys noticed this thing when you guys came in? Hands in the air. How many of you guys been watching that thing like a freaking hawk? Hands in the air.
When are they gonna
Did
learn
anybody come close to that thing? No. Oh, and JJ Stone. I love the look of abject skepticism on this man's face.
Dire
You give me
structures.
another $100 bill, it's not going to be my $100 bill. I just want my money back.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's good enough for me. Now I want you, because the only time I'm going to handle this thing, you know how to open up one of those FedEx envelopes, right? Here, I'll go ahead and do me a favor. Open up the script, and I want you to be very fair to make sure there's no switcheroos or anything like that. What's inside the FedEx envelope? Pull out the white piece of paper. There you go. And what is in the white piece of paper? And an envelope. Okay, read the note.
Howdy from the future.
Future. That's the word.
Your middle tower.
Future, yeah.
Your bill. Yes, I'm trying not to worry about that thing. Turns out it's a
Actually, I don't think that part was supposed to be right. But the important thing is there's an envelope. There's an envelope there. Do me a favor, I want you to tear open that envelope. What is inside that envelope, sir? Is that seriously your name written on it? And it's your handwriting, your signature. Nice and loud. Read out the first 4 digits.
0407.
And the second 4 digits.
2020.
Ladies and gentlemen, time travel. Let's hear it for all JJ Stone. Fantastic job, sir.
Problem with doing all that weird stuff is that nobody wants to hire those guys to do birthday parties. And I don't know if you know this, but when it comes to magic, there's really only one place to make money, and that's at kids' birthday parties. So I was thinking about, I was like, what could I do to make money in that market? And then one day it hit me. And I put together this new routine. This is not normally the kind of magic I would do, but I want to tap into where the real money is. So it's a little outside my normal style, but I want you to forgive me. Pretend we're at a kid's birthday party show, because with any luck, this new routine should make me rich in the lucrative world of children's entertainment. Here we go. What, we don't have any music? That's so not children's music. That's a children's rave. All right.
Okay, here we go. I think we got the house music. Here we go, right here. We got a little bit more volume on both these. Here we go. Here we go. I have a special friend who lives inside this house. His name is Mr. Happy Pants. Now, Mr. Happy Pants is awfully shy, but just maybe we could get him to come
And here's
visit.
a fortification
First,
for
we'll have
me.
to make him feel extra loved. So on the count of 3, I want all of you guys to say, "Hi, Mr. Happy Pants." And just maybe he'll come visit.
Cuidado, hein?
Ready?
Tá uma ilha.
1, 2, 3. Mr. Happy Pants, I understand you're going to do some magic for the children. For evil. Mr. Happy Pants, we say volunteer in magic. I'm sure you're being volunteer. Alright, ladies and girls, we got one of the girls. Let's give her a huge round of applause when she joins me up here on stage. It always kind of freaks me out when girls actually want to be Mr. Happy Pants. That didn't sound right. We can just take it out here. Ladies and girls, let's have right over here. Raven, what's your name? Raven, Mr. Happy Pants, Raven is all yours. Good job, Raven. Grab this. Here you go. Now, Mr. Happy Pants needs you, Raven, to reach forward and point to the center of Mr. Happy Plants' chest. I said plants. That's Mr. Happy Plants. The center of his chest where you can definitely feel flesh. That's not exactly his chest you're going for. Although I'm sure he appreciates it. That was Mr. Very Happy Pants. That's it. All right, right there, I want you to feel above, below, and all around that spot. Yeah, make sure you feel my hand all the way around. Everything checks out. Thanks for pushing my hand into the needle. That was fun. Okay, now, Mr. Happy Pants, it's time for your big children's magic debut.
Or you can get out there and raise hell.
That's enough of that crap. Let's have a huge round of applause for Raven and Mr. Happy Pants. Hold on there, Raven. Don't go away. You actually did such a great job. I have a very special present for you. You did so well that you get the very rare, very limited edition, very much sought after I Love Mr. Happy Pants t-shirt for joining us up here on stage. Let's hear it for Raven. She did a great job. Make some crazy, crazy noise right now if you have a cell phone with a camera built into it.
Clue to
Take them out, turn them on, hold them up. I want to see a sea of blue lights out there. How many got to hold them up? There, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, now we're looking like a YouTube concert. There we go. All right, here's what we're going to do. All of you guys get ready to use your camera phones. I'll explain why in a moment. And here's what we're going to do. How many of you guys have heard of something called EVP, electronic voice phenomenon? How many of you guys have heard of this? Only a few of you guys. Good. For those of you who haven't heard, something very weird is happening all over the world. Voices are showing up on tape recorders that are left running when nobody's in the room. Faces are showing up on televisions that are tuned to nothing but static. And to show you what this looks and sounds like, I went to some EVP websites and I got some examples of what are alleged to be actual ghosts caught on tape. This first one, there are 2 male researchers in the room, 2 men, but you hear a third voice, a female, ask a question. Listen closely. Let me get you to turn this up. It's hard to hear. Very clearly saying, are you alone, right? This next one takes place at a haunted hospital, and it's creepy because you hear a little girl. Very clearly saying, I'm sick, right? And it's not just voices, it's faces as well. In the middle of the television static, you might see an image like this, the image of what looks like a woman wearing a black hat from the 1800s. This next one, to me, looks like a grinning demon face coming out of the fog. Very creepy stuff. And remember, these aren't Photoshop. People just snap pictures of this static, and these faces show up. This one right here, by the way, to me looks like the face on Mars, if you've ever seen that image. Shadows are wrong. What is this, the Zapruder film? And by the way, this one to me looks like some white dude with an afro. Which brings me to this last image. This last image is a drawing of a guy named John Chambers. Guy was born in the late 1800s, died around 1964 up in New England, in Vermont to be exact. The couple who lives in the house he built report all manner of strange events. They were lucky enough to capture one of these happenings on videotape. This happened back in the 80s when people were using VCRs to record stuff off of television. They were watching TV when all of a sudden the signal went all crazy. I'm going to play the tape of what they saw, but I want you to watch it the way they saw it the first time, just with your eyes. Put your cell phones down. I'll tell you what you them. Let's see if you notice anything weird here. Check it out. Now, just about everyone who sees that footage reports nothing unusual about it, but the couple who recorded it swear they happened by a random chance to snap a picture of that static, and when they got back to develop photo, they said they could see John Chambers trying to contact them through that static. So I want you to watch it again, this time through your cell phone camera. If you have a low light mode, put it in low light mode. Those of you in the back, use your zoom. Now remember, this is an experiment, so maybe you'll see something, maybe you'll see nothing at all. If you do see something interesting, I want you to snap a picture of it, make some noise, and hold up your camera so we know something's happening out there. And make sure to show me after the show, because no 2 phones seem to get the exact same image. Let's see what happens. You saw a face? Who saw a face? Hands in the air if you just saw a face. Here's the thing. I tried this experiment at home using my cell phone and my television, and this is what showed up. This one right here. How many people saw that face inside their cell phones? Now here's the thing. People say you cannot see that face with the naked eye. They say it only shows up once you snap a picture of that static. But I've been told that once you've seen that face, you cannot unsee it. What I mean is, once you have that image burned into your mind, you will see it plain as freaking day if you play the tape backwards. So you know what you're looking for. It should be perfectly obvious. See if you can spot it in there. Here we go.
Esse alquimista aí é teu primo, ele é?
Did you guys see it? It's subtle. Oh, yes. By the way, real quick, I gotta tell you a story. Last year,
Last year, I did 6 weeks at Universal Studios in Orlando, headlining a show at their Halloween Horror Nights. And we did the show 5 times a night, and we always closed with the EVP. The first night, there's like 1,500 people in the auditorium, packed house. We get to the ghost part, and this kid, this like 14-year-old kid's come running down. When I say, come down with your cell phones, he's at the front of the line, sitting right in front of me. He's got his big grin, and I'm telling the ghost story, he's like, oh, this is awesome. And then he pulls out his phone, and the ghost shows up. He's like, oh, this is the best trick ever, right? And then it gets to that part, and it goes, blah! And it goes pitch black, and I hear the kid right in front of me go, you suck! Sorry.
All right, guys, at this point, I need the 2 biggest, hugest, tallest, strongest guys in the entire freaking arena to join me up here on stage. I don't care who they are. You guys elect them from among yourselves. Send them on up here. I want 2 guys, 6 feet, 7 feet, freaking gigantic. Just get them up here on stage. What do we got out there? Let's see. Let me get this stuff out of the way. You are kind of large. Not exactly what I was looking for here. Hey, I'm Brian. What's your name? What's that? Trainer. And you are? Tyler.
The 10%.
Holy shit. Ladies and gentlemen, Sasquatch in the audience tonight. How you doing, guys? I'd hate to say it, but you guys are going off stage. But you guys, hey there, I'm Brian. What's your name? Michael, and you're freaking huge is what you are. That's terrifying. All right, Michael and Eric, come on over here, guys. I'm going to tell you a secret that totally Hey, we're doing a show over here, Eric. Thanks. I'm going to tell you a secret that totally pisses off magicians. Every time you've seen a magician escape from one of these, they're cheating. Usually there's a secret handle deep inside the sleeve. Reach down in there. Make sure there's no secret handles inside the sleeve. Also check for any stretchy parts of the jacket. Make sure it's all canvas and leather. There's no Velcro straps, that kind of thing. Look good to you guys? There we go. Yes, you can do a Mr. Heavy Dance routine. Very good. Straight jacket goes on from the front just like stove. If you guys come around to the back, you'll see there are 3 buckles at the back. They work just like the belt buckles around your waist. Keep in mind, fellas, that how impressive this is in a moment. Go ahead and start strapping me in. How impressive this is in a moment will depend entirely on how cool you are. So while you're strapping me in, make sure to show absolutely no mercy whatsoever, which Mike does not seem to be having any trouble with. Thank you, bastard. For those of you guys who want to impress your friends, you can buy tricky straitjackets from magic shops. This is not one of them. This is a real straitjacket that came from the Humane Restraint Company out of Madison, Wisconsin. They are the world's largest supplier of humane restraints, and they have a very scary catalog. All right, we got all 3 of those done. Let me get one of you to step to the right. There you go. Take that mic if you don't mind. Eric, make sure you grab the end of this sleeve. You guys pull apart. Let's get some good tension here. Okay, it is so not a contest. Because I will lose. On the count of 3, you'll cross over in front and meet at the back. Mike over top, Eric under my right arm, Little Bear going through Sasquatch's cave over here. You got that? All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Cross over. Okay. I gotta get to the microphone. Take the long leather strap on my right arm. You're gonna thread it through that steel grommet there in the left arm. Once it's threaded through, you're gonna pull it back around. And here's the most, oh wait, you gotta thread it before you start yanking it. Otherwise you're just yanking for fun. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Once you have that threaded through, you guys work together here, and I mean it. Do not hold back. Pull that thing to the tightest notch you can possibly. Oh my freaking God. Oh my God. Can you get it? Oh, it feels like it suddenly got loose. Did you put it in upside down? You might have put it in upside down. We're going to have Captain MG come over here. All right, just pull it tighter then. You guys work together. I mean it here. Make me suffer. I love it. And by I love it, I mean screw you. There we go. Damn it, now I can't breathe. All right. Finish threading that through, and now we get to the most important part. You guys can flip a coin to decide who gets to do it, but I need one of you to reach between my legs and grab that. Somebody's eager. That's a little disturbing. All right, Eric. Why are you holding it erect? That's not right. I'll dig that. All right, thread that. You've done this before. Yeah. All right, pass that. Pull that. Oh, there we go. And pass that between my legs over there to Mike. Just kind of throw that on there. Okay, hold on, Tiger.
Disengage enemy tower.
You might have to fish it out now. There's a... This is so wrong. There's a silver alligator clip back there. You're gonna pinch it with the teeth on top and thread it outward like it should look like... Okay, you got it. Now, you're gonna start pulling down to the ground, Mike, with even pressure as far down as it'll go. Straight down like you're ringing a church bell, only it's my crotch. There you go. Keep on. Go, Mike. Keep on going. There we go. Oh, my God, Mike, that's funny. Oh, my God. Let's have a big round of applause for both my volunteers. You guys did a great job. Now get the hell off my stage. Oh, my God. Feels like a thong. Look at that. I mean, I would imagine that's what a thong feels. All right, guys, this is a regulation asylum-issued straitjacket. They are outlawed in 26 of 50 states for being cruel and inhumane. I think we just found out why. At the turn of the century, Houdini set the standard for straitjacket escapes at 2 minutes and 8 seconds. Tonight, I'm going to try to beat that record and escape in under a flat 2 minutes. If I fail to escape in time, I will give all of you a copy of my book, Cheats, Cons, Swindles, and Tricks, 57 Ways to Scam a Free Drink. However, if I do make it out in under 2 minutes, beating the record of Houdini, all I ask is that you guys go absolutely freaking nuts and follow me on Twitter. All right, I'm not able to see the clock, so you guys have to shout out the time remaining every 10 seconds. When that clock says 1 minute and 50 seconds, you will all say... Right. We'll settle on 150. I think that'll work better. When it says 140, you'll all shout! Perfect. You guys ready? Let's try that again. Are you guys ready? Get set! Go! Perfect. Okay, thank you. This part right here, this is my impression of the miracle of childbirth.
Is everyone okay? See the difference.
So you want to know a secret that I've never told anyone? The entire structure for Scam School, the openers, tweeners, and closers, is all based on the stage show, something that evolved over time. When I first started, I couldn't rely on just getting on stage and asking somebody to pick a card. Nobody trusted me. They weren't there to see me. They were there to see some band. I had to earn their trust. That's why the early routines were stuff like the hammering a nail in the nose or the eating fire. In fact, it's 15 minutes before the very first magic trick even shows up in the show.
show. And it's me doing the skewer through the tongue, and it's halfway through cutting off my tongue that you realize, oh wait, it's a magic show. Shoot, we're watching a magic show. Then you're in that tweener. We're doing mind reading stuff where I'm asking you to remember cards, go on a magical journey, think of a particular word and so on. And finally, we bring it all home with the closers, these action-packed stunts that get people on the edge of their seats. And yeah, sure, by this point, we've spent an hour together and we're having a great time, and it's easy to have a blast, scream, and go absolutely nuts. All of Scam School started with that stage show. As always, if you guys want to suggest your favorite bar scam, magic trick, or any puzzle, hit me up at brian@schwood.com. We'll be back with new stuff ASAP. Until then, hit us up over at our Discord server. Join the Scam Nation at whatever the link is. I can't pronounce those links. They're around there. In the meantime, of course, you can hit me up on Twitter, twitter.com/Schwood. There is no C in Schwood. I haven't plugged it in a bit. But we're doing the modern robe. We're on a hunt to be the ultimate gentleman, warrior, scoundrel. And it looks like this. And in fact, I found the original footage from 2005 of what faced both of us, chubby baby Jason, practicing psychic surgery in the backboard of the duplex that we shared. Can you believe that? But it's on Discord, so we can play Hearthstone. I'm selling Hearthstone way too much. Also, I think there's a mosquito there. You like that? Yeah. I'm definitely getting eaten alive.
So it is revealed.
I must not sleep until the threat is gone.
That is clear.
By my lights, I can do better.
Radiant structures are fortified. Dire structures are fortified. Your enemy will miss them. The enemy's bottom barracks has fallen. You were right, Jax. Radiant didn't stand a chance.
Yes!
difficult to seek out a new romance. We won't know the actual if we never take the chance. I'd like to collapse with you and ease you against this song. I think we're compatible. I see that you think I'm wrong, but anytime will do, my love. Anytime will do. No choice of words will break me from this rule. Anytime will do, my love. Anytime will do. What choice of words will take me back to you? Your love makes a fool of you. You can't seem to understand. A heart doesn't play by rules, and love has its own demands. But I'll be there to take care of you if ever you should decide that you don't wanna waste your life in the middle of a lovesick lullaby. But anytime will do, my love. Anytime will do. No choice of words will break me from this rule. Anytime will do, my love. Anytime will do. The choice of words will take me back to you. Oh, my reddest rose, Caldera, set it off. How your fire grows, Hermosa Caldera, glistening through your fused blows, Carino Caldera, set it off. As your body flows, the second hand flashes, passes over your skin like time. Anytime on you, my love. Anytime on you, my love. Anytime on you, my love. Anytime on you. No choice of words will break me from this. Anytime on you. No choice of words will break me from this. Anytime on you. No choice of words will break me from this. Anytime on you. What choice of words will take me back to you? Oh.